I thank the chair, and welcome to our witnesses. I go home to Texas 22 every weekend, and I get out and go to small businesses to hear how they're impacted by Obamacare. I've been to property management companies, oil and gas service companies, even Block Walk, an area of Spanish language businesses in historic Rosenberg, Texas. In broken English, in Rosenberg, these three words were said over and over and over, which sums up Obamacare's impact on every family business in Texas. Bad, hurts, stop. There are many job-killing, growth-stunning parts of Obamacare. My question is going to focus on a small part of the law, which is likely the very people the law was supposed to help. Americans working minimum wage and low-skilled jobs. They're being locked into a future of stagnant wages and few opportunities for personal prosperity. I'm talking about that small section which defines a full-time employee as someone who works 30 hours per week. My staff has done some research. There are over 100 regulations with different definitions of a full-time employee. Obamacare is the first to define it so clearly and so broadly, 30 hours per week. A new name has emerged in American business, 29ers. People will only be employed for 29 hours because of Obamacare. And I want to follow up my questions from my colleague from Texas, Mr. Burgess, and this to you, Mr. Lozinski. Sparkle and Shine, your testimony says, has 240 employees, 85% of which are minority employees or people trying to get a new start from being incarcerated.
Correct.
And you write your testimony, you have three options going forward with Obamacare. You can reduce everybody's hours to something below 30, make them 29ers.
Right.
You can fire 140 employees, 60% of your company. Fire them, lose their jobs, or close up shop. In ancient Greece, those choices are hemlock, cyanide, or poisoned mushrooms. Can you describe how you came to realize these were your only three options? And have you talked to your employees about what their future is going to look like?
No, we have not talked to our employees yet. We've been trying to, research what our opportunities are. We have talked to our management staff already, and asked them to get to start getting a list of the 50 people, because the first 50 are exempt. So all of our project managers are getting their main key people a list to us, so that we can have our 50 that can still be full-time, and then we'll have to make tough decisions on the other 190 on what kind of hours we can give them. But we have not discussed it with our rank and file help yet.
Do you think anyone will say, great, I want to work for 30 hours instead of 40 or more?
No, I don't think so. Like I said in my letter, I mean, we have husband and wives that work for us. Like it says, they have, we have a husband and wife that works for us. They have 3 kids. They work 45 hours a week, so they get paid 40 regular time and 5 overtime. And it's tough for them to survive on that amount of money. So cutting them back to 29 hours, that would be devastating for their family and their kids.
Thank you for that. And this next question is for you, Mr. Morrow. You have the largest and deepest waterfall in America. And you should be careful saying that in this committee, because we have some Texans here. And bigger is better in Texas. That sounds like a challenge to me in many ways. But your business is seasonal, as came out with your discussion with my colleague, Mr. Burgess. And you've got 40 full-time employees now, 100 seasonal employees. If you cross these guys and the one seasonal ones, do most of your seasonal employees work for at least 40 hours per week, more than 30?
They will work.
Okay.
Yes, they will work full-time during, mainly between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
And so they'll be full-time employees. You will cross 50, so you have to deal with Obamacare. You have to either provide health care to these employees, all these new ones, or somehow modify your business. Is that correct?
Correct.
Can you talk to me about how the employees suffer because he's changing your employees?
The employees are going to suffer through increased cost. We have paid their premiums 100% since I've been with the company 7 years ago, and it's been part of our family of support for them. We are going to have to pass on part of that expense when we see 30, 40% increases in our premium. They will have to share in that cost going forward, which will reduce their incomes.
Gentleman's time's expired.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yield back.
Now